Hello and welcome to this video. In this video we are going to talk about Unit 3 that is titled When and Where. In this unit we have many goals. The goals that we are going to discuss and we are going to achieve by the end of this video are arranging to meet people, say where you are in a town, ask and say the time, say what time of day you do things, and say where and when to meet. Please open your book and follow up with me on page 22. Now here, as you can see, we'll start with streets. As you can see here, we have 4 different pictures describing streets. Okay, now I need you to look at these words and find them on the streets. Okay, for example, we have the word cars, taxis, taxi, house, houses, people, shops, a mosque, apartments, a tree, a cafe, and bicycles. Okay, so please just stop the video. Look at the 4 different streets and tell me where can you see, for example, cars. Which picture is it? Okay? Okay, now I hope that you finished looking at the pictures. Now let's go and discuss each picture one by one. In picture A here we have, you can see cars, you can see a taxi and a mosque. In picture B, you can see trees, few people, and apartments. And this is for sure, this is a very quiet street. Whereas in picture C, in this street, this is a noisy street because you can see lots of people here. You can also see one tree and flats or apartment. Apartment is at the place where you live. And the last one in picture D, this seems to be like the noisiest street of them all because there are lots of people here and we have shops and all of these are buying from these shops. Okay, now the next point we'll come to is B. What are the singular and plural forms? Okay, now singular is when you only have one. For example, a car, this is singular. Plural is cars. A taxi, taxi. Okay, so cars here, let's go again and check. Cars here this is plural. Taxi, taxis, this is plural. Houses, plural, this is the plural form of a house. People, as we mentioned before, people is the plural form of a person. Shops, this is the plural form of a shop. A mosque, here this is singular. Apartments, plural, and the singular form is an apartment. A tree, singular, the plural form is trees. A cafe, this is singular and the plural form will be cafes. And the last one is bicycles. This is the plural form of a bicycle. Okay, now let's come and discuss there is and there are. For example, this is the rule: there is isn't with singular. We mentioned before that singular is when we talk about one. For example, there is a cat in the room, whereas there are used with plurals. Okay, so there are books. on the table. Now, if you want to make it negative, which one do you choose? We will choose not. So here it's going to be the negative. There isn't a cat in the room. Whereas the negative form of the sentence here is there aren't books on the table. Okay, now let's go. Now let's come and see the use of there is and there are. We said there is with a singular. For example, there is a cafe, there is a big mosque. There are with plural. There are nice cafes. There are lots of people. Okay, now go to B. Make sentences with there is or there are. Stop the video, please. Choose one of these, and then after you answer and make your sentences, come back to the video and continue. Okay? Now, coming to choose here to answer these questions. Number 1, there is a restaurant. Number 2, there are 2 restaurants. Number 3, there are lots of cars. Number 4, there are 5 trees. Number 5, there is an old tree. Number 6, there is a nice cafe. Number 7, there are lots of good cafes. Number 8, there are apartments and houses. And the last one, number 9, there is a big hotel. And I hope that you made the sentence correctly. Okay? Now, coming to the next slide, we are going to talk about places in town. Now, if someone is going to ask you, where are you? And you want to mention the place you are at. Let's go and read these 2 conversations and match them with the pictures. Okay? So number 1, hi, it's Saki here. Hi, where are you? I'm at the station. Okay, see you soon. So here, the station, which picture is it? Is it A, B, C, or D? Yes, very good. It is in picture D. Okay, now let's go to the second conversation. This is between Alex and Joe. Hi Joe, it's me, Alex. Oh, hi Alex. Where are you? We are at a cafe. It's the Cafe Metro. Oh, okay, see you there. So the place he's at is at the cafe. Where is it? Which picture is it? Yes, very good. It is in picture A. And you can see that here when he mentioned the place, he mentioned at the station. Here, at a cafe. So before mentioning the place, you will use the preposition at. For example, at the station, at the airport, at a restaurant, and at a cafe. Okay, now what are the different places you can see in a town? Here you can open to page 108 in your course book for further information. Now the different places are, the first one here, airport. This is the place where you go and travel by airplane. The second one is the art gallery, bus station, cafe, flat, or apartment. Now these 2 words, they have the same meaning, okay? Flat, or you can say apartment. The next we have hotel, house, market, or you can say supermarket, mosque, office, restaurant, shop, stadium. Stadium, this is the place where you can go and attend and watch a football match, okay, between two different football teams. Next, we have a station, whether it was a bus station, metro station, or a train station. You can just call it a station. And the last one is the theater, okay? Now, if someone asks you, where are you? The answer will be am, at. So the preposition here is at, and then you mention the place. For example, am at a restaurant. Am at a cafe. Am at the station. I'm at home. And am at the airport. And as we discussed before, this is the short form of I am. Okay? Now here, please open to page 23 in your course book and follow up with me. Now, where are the cafes? Okay? Here we have 3 different cafes that we're going to look at the map, and please look at the map in your course book because this one is a little bit cut, okay? Try to look for them, read the description, and then tell me which one is it. For example, you're going to read Dino's, and then you're going to tell me, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or number 9. We have here number 9, a place that you can't see it here, but you can see it on your book. Okay, now pay attention that the preposition near, now there's a space between these 2 places, okay? Whereas next to these 2 places or these 2 things are side by side. Okay, now please read, and in the next slide we're going to find the answers for these cafes. We have Dino's, we have Mike's, and we have Cafe Metro. Okay, now hope you stop the video, please. Read and find the places. Now here are the answer key. Now let's read them together. Dino's is a small Italian cafe. It's expensive, but they have good ice cream and very good coffee. It's in Green Street, near the station. Okay, so where is Green Street? This is Green Street, near the station, so it is number 1. Now let's go and read Mike's. Mike's is in the center, next to Benny's restaurant. They have good coffee, drinks, and sandwiches. There's a nice quiet garden next to the cafe. Which place is this? This is number 5. Okay? Cafe Metro is in King Street, near the bus station. Drinks and coffee are cheap. It is usually busy. So the first hint we have here is King Street. So it is here, and it is number 9. In here you can see it in your work, in your course book. Okay? If you have any questions here, just write them down, and we will discuss that when we do the exercises during the lecture. Okay? Now we come to talk about numbers. In Unit 1 and 2, we discussed the numbers from 1 to 20. Okay, now after 20 we have the tens. For example, here we have 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. And this is how we write it: 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Now after 20, you're going to mention the tens first and then the ones. For example, 21, 22. And this is how we write them: 21, 22 for the first number, for the second number, 23, 24, 25, there is a dash between these two words, 26, 27, 28, and 29. And you go like that: 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39. Now we need to pay attention to the difference in pronunciation between the numbers. For example, like 19 and 90. Here, 19, okay? Whereas here, this is very like, there is no stress here, 90. Okay, so if you hear this one, you need to say 19, and here 90. Okay, now we reach to the word, to the number, this one. This is 100. You can say 100 or 100. Both will mean the same thing, because this is an article indicating that it is only one. So I can say either 100 or 100. Okay, now let's go to the next slide. Here we have ask and say the time. Now, if you would like to ask someone about the time, you don't have a watch, or maybe you don't have your cell phone next to you, and you would like to know what time of the day is it. You have two ways to ask about the time. So you can say, what is the time? Or, what time is it? The answer will be it. You're going to answer this question. It is, for example, 8:30 or 8:30, okay? So just you can look at your watch and then tell the time. Question, what time is it? The answer, it is. Now, if you look at these three times, in the first one, you can notice here. Now someone is asking you, what time is it? You can say it is 7 o'clock. Why? Because it is not yet at the 12. So here you will say it is about 7. Okay? Whether it was like few minutes before or a few minutes after 12. So here in these two pictures, the time is about 7. Okay? Now here in the second picture at the bottom, what time is it here? So here we have 9. Can I say 9:30? No. Why? Because it is not yet 30. Okay, so I will use nearly. It's nearly 9:30. Nearly means like 1 minute or 2 minutes, and then it will be 9:30 sharp. Okay, now going here, what is the time in the following pictures? Okay, so here please stop the video, write down the time, and then come back and we will do it together. Okay, now in picture A, what time is it here? It is 7. B, it is 2:30. Picture C. What time is it here? It is 4:15. Okay, 4:15 minutes. Picture D. What time is it here? It is 10:30. Picture E. You can see here that the shorthand is between 6 and 7. So what time is it? It is 6:45 minutes. The last one. What time is it here? It is 7:20. Now here we come to the part of a day. Now one day will consist of 24 hours. Okay? We will have morning, we will have afternoon, and then we will have evening. The day is when the sun is out, like from here, starting from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. The night is when the sun sets. We will start to have night starting from here, for example, 6 till 6 a.m. This is all night. Okay? From 6 a.m. to 12, this is morning. From 12 till 6, this is the afternoon. Whereas the evening will start from 6 till about 9 or 10. Okay? Midnight is at 12, and from 12 till 6 a.m. this is the night. Okay? Now, a.m. I will use it in the morning. p.m. it can indicate two things, afternoon or evening. So here the p.m. will start to be used from 12. From 12 here I will use p.m. So from 12 midday till 12 midnight, this is all p.m. Whereas after 12 till 6, this is a.m. and from 6 a.m. till 12, this is also a.m. Now you're going to mention the part of the day, you will use the preposition in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. Okay, now if I'm going to ask you, what time do you eat your breakfast, for example? Okay, so you'll answer and say, I eat my breakfast in the morning. What time do you like to drink your coffee? So which part of the day? Is it in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening? Okay, now watch TV. What time of day or when do you like to watch TV? When do you like to have a shower? Okay, so here, write the time you do these things. Okay, so here, according to you, you will mention, give me a complete sentence because I'm going to ask about this in the discussion forum. Okay, so in the discussion forum for Unit 3, we are going to write, I eat. For example, in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. I drink coffee. When do you like to drink your coffee? I drink tea and I watch TV. Okay? Now, when you're telling the time or when you do things, there are three prepositions you need to look at. Okay, we can use in, at, and on. We mentioned before that in, I use it with the part of the day, in the morning, in the evening, or in the afternoon. At, I use it with time. You mention the time you do things. For example, you said, I eat my breakfast in the morning. Okay, what time of the morning? do you eat your breakfast? So we will say, for example, I eat my breakfast at 7:30 a.m. I sleep, for example, or I drink my coffee at 11 a.m. Okay, now on, always with days or part of days, I will use on. For example, on Sunday, on Monday, or part of that day. For example, on Saturday morning. You notice here that morning is preceded by Saturday, so I will use on. Okay, so always on with days. Okay, I hope this is clear for you. We will do more exercises together later. Okay, now days of the week. There are 7 days in a week. Always starts the days of the week with a capital letter when you write them down. Okay, because this is a name of the days. For example, the week will start with Sunday. Next we will have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The D here is silent. Next we will have Thursday, Friday, and the last one will be Saturday. Okay? Now here we will take some exercises about in, on, and at. Please stop the video, answer the exercises, and then come back to the video and let's do it together. Okay, now going to 3A, add in, on, or at to the table. The morning, the afternoon. Here we will use in the morning, in the afternoon. Wednesday and Thursday, these are days, and we've said that with days I will always use on. So on Wednesday, on Thursday. In this part we have part of days, and I specified the day here. I said Wednesday morning. So which one you are going to use here? We are going to use on Wednesday morning, on Thursday evening. Okay, now cover the table and practice. Add in, on, or at. 1. Number 1, on Friday. Number 2, Friday morning. This is also a day, so on. Very good. Number 3, the morning, in the morning. Number 4, on Tuesday evening. Number 5, at 4 o'clock. Number 6, in the evening. Number 7, on Saturday afternoon at 3:30. Okay, so here these number 8 and 5 are in this part: at 6 o'clock, at 9:30, in the evening. Okay, I hope this was clear for you. Now the next point we are going to talk about is arranging to meet people. Example, it's weekend and you want to meet your friend or your sister or your mother or your father or your brother at some place. Okay, now let's discuss them point by point. Now first, this is the short form of let us. Okay, now let's meet at a place. You're going to suggest a place, starting with let's meet and then using the preposition at. For example, let's meet at the station. Let's meet at a cafe. And also, let's meet at time. When do you want to meet? Okay, so you'll say let's meet at 7:30. Let's meet at 4. Now, can I combine these two in one sentence? Yes, we can do that, as we will see down. For example here, let's meet at the station at 7:30. Okay, so you specify the place, the station, what time? 7:30. Okay, the last example here, I'm free on Saturday morning. Let's meet at a cafe at 9:30 a.m. Okay, so with this sentence you can tell what time you are free and when and where would you like to meet. Okay, so here make some places to meet according to the following. Let's practice these expressions. Now here we have where, this is the place, when, this is the time. Okay, so let's meet, for example, at the station. Let's meet at the Hilton Hotel. Or let's meet at Dino's. Okay, that's the cafe that we took at the beginning of this unit. When would you like to meet? Let's meet at 7. Let's meet on Tuesday, or let's meet tomorrow. Can you make them in one sentence? Yes, you can make the place and the time in one sentence, as you can see here. Let's meet, for example, at the station tomorrow. Let's meet at the Hilton Hotel at 7. Let's meet at Dino's on Tuesday. Okay, I hope this unit was clear for you. Please don't forget to do the exercises in your workbook and check the answers from the answer key in the middle of the workbook and answer online workbook. Don't forget to write down your answers, your questions, as we are going to discuss them during the lecture. We are also going to do some exercises and we are going to answer the questions in the discussion forum when at the time of the lecture. Okay, thank you and see you in the next video.